Yeah, I'm extremely organized. I have everything all because when somebody from Grateful Dead Productions, we're doing a release from spring of '78. Do you have anything? Yeah, I reach over, open the door, spring of '78, right here. So it behooves me. Plus, just the way I am anyway. There's other names for that. But. Basically, when I met the publisher of Relics magazine in 1977, and my pictures were being published regularly, and I was even making a little money at it. That's when it kind of dawned on me that I should keep doing this. I mean, I liked it, I enjoyed it, but I did it mostly for myself as a souvenir or as a keepsake, so I could remember the show. That's really how it started. And then when I met the publisher, I had some good photos at the time, and was starting to get some good photos in '77, and that's when it dawned on me this was a viable thing and a lot of fun.
Did you start by just sending photos into different magazines or media?
Yeah, well, there wasn't.
Or?
It was difficult at that time. There was no internet, of course. So you had to look up in a phone book and make phone calls and find out people. So you had to find out who worked for the Grateful Dead, who was the publicist. I think it was at the time it was like Rock Scully. So I got in touch with Rock Scully, and he hooked me up for some shows. He was very nice, and then later on Dennis McNally. But in the earliest days, yeah, it was basically looking at the address in the magazine, and looking at who in the masthead was the art director or photo director, and sending them some shots, and then calling them up and did you get my shots and what So yeah, it was pounding the pavement, so to speak.
So just some due diligence and.
But living in New York helped because a lot of them were based in New York. It was either there or the Bay Area.
Right.
So I was lucky living in a major market. Yeah, well, I was, I'm kind of a friendly guy, and people in the photo pit, like a new face, for example, I say hello to them and chat with them a bit, and I find out years later they tell me, wow, you were like the only guy that was nice to me. And you were very inspiring, and you answered questions, and you were patient, you were nice to me. I've had a number of photographers tell me that I was inspiring to them that way. Because, we could be a snarly bunch, sometimes in the pit, and very kind of a little standoffish, a lot of us, but I'm not always like that. So that's years later I find that out. Oh yeah, I met Jim a few times.
Okay.
And he's one of the only people, when I'm taking pictures of people, I never say, hey, can I get in a picture with you? And he's the only person I did that with.
Oh, interesting.
Because he was probably my biggest inspiration.
Okay.
As a young guy, wanting to take pictures at concerts. Jim Marshall was the gold standard, I wanted, he was it.
Absolutely.
So I got to meet him a few times. And one time I was at a party where one of his books was coming out, and I was like, I don't care if this is goofy. I want to get a picture with you, Jim. And I'm glad I did, because you know what?
Right.
He's not here anymore.
No, he's not.
And I'm glad I have that picture.